Hey everybody, Glenn Eunice again with my reoccurring video blog here on PressBoxOnline.com. I hope you had a wonderful holiday and a happy new year. First one since the new year, although I was on PressBox on WMAR ABC2 with Stan and Gary, and that was great fun. We did that last weekend, or if you're watching later than when this goes live, then it was a couple weekends ago. But anyway, that was cool, and thank you, and happy birthday, Stan Charles, and thank you to my good friend, Gary Stein. All right. Today we're going to do like a Ravens year in review. I talked about this last time, so I'll mention it again. I hope you know when you watch these things and when you share them and when you retweet them, you're pushing out proper information. You guys all know that the loyal fan base, I was way ahead of the picture on what I thought the Ravens were going to do in 2015, and so I hope that we continue to offer you that same value in 2016, insight and opinion. That's sort of my bag, right? So there are plenty of coaching carousel news to go around, and my first thought was, aren't you glad that the Ravens aren't in the mess with all the other just nonsense organizations? By the way, shout out to Chuck Pagano. What a power play coach. So glad you got your 4-year extension there. Whatever was going on in-house between you and GM Grigson and all those reports, I'm glad it got squashed. 4-year extension for Coach Pagano, good for you. But aren't you glad as a Ravens fan that you don't have to deal with all that the Ravens aren't in the mix for coaching shuffling? What a mess. I mean, maybe some fans want, I guess this is the question. We'll do it just right here. Would you rather be in the mix, in the fun, in the excitement, in the nervousness, and certainly the mess of having to know who your next head coach is, trying to find one, searching for one, begging for this guy but not getting him and only getting this guy, and what offense is he going to run, and who's his D coordinator, and is he going to find the personnel, and how does he sort all that? Like, do you want to be in that mix as a fan? Like, for me, that sounds like crazy town. Like, we're having a hard enough time figuring out D coordinator, secondary coach, what they're going to do the 6th pick. Are they going to trade back? Is Eric DeCosta going to go somewhere else after all this? Everyone wants him. Come to me, come to me, come to me, come to me. All this fanfare for Eric DeCosta. Like, there's enough going around that the head coaching position is the last thing as a fan, as an organization, that I, Glenn Eunice, want to worry about. I wonder if that's what you want to. Cleveland, Indy, which is settled, we talked about. The Giants, the Eagles, the 49ers. Mad speculation. Do you want to be in on that? Like, who's going where? Who's a good fit? What scheme are they going to run? As we said, it seems exciting from, like, if that's the other team, but if it's your team, that's scary as hell, isn't it? Aren't you happy that you have Harbaugh? All this talk, Harbaugh's not this, Harbaugh's not that, DPs ain't this. Consistency, stability, confidence in your organization, patience in that it's going to work out. One bad year, mad injuries might be excuses, but it's also the reality. Sure, lack of playmakers is an issue for the Ravens. Lack of offensive line depth if KO certainly doesn't go, and what do you do at left tackle with Monroe? KO goes, doesn't play left guard, you have a spot at left guard, and if you don't think left tackle Monroe can get it done, then you have a whole left side you need, right? What are you going to do with Darryl Smith? Is CJ Mosley ready to slide over? Probably not. Smith stays stable. What do you do at safety? Webb wants to be a free safety now, or thinks he is or will be. Who knows what that is? There's enough going on in an organization in an offseason if you're an organization that wants to go from okay to great, or great to okay to great again, like the Ravens, who are consistently good, competitive, and probably great. There's enough going on there that you don't want to be in the mix for a head coach. Or do you? That is the question. You tell me. Retweet, share, Facebook, Twitter. Push this thing big, please. You can find us on YouTube as well. You can subscribe there for free and get a notification when we post. We do this a couple times a week. Thank you, as always, to Carbiz, carbiz.com. Check them out online. And as always, I'm Glenn Eunice. I'll be here on PressBoxOnline.com. Till next time, I'll talk to you.